landing down.
Why would you do
Have
that?
no joke.
Spite, obviously.
Spite.
Why would you spite an inanimate object?
Found a Yosemite Sam pickaxe, got at it, still worked.
That's Nintendo.
No damage.
That's why you pay for it.
That's why you pay the extra $20.
Yeah. So you could write your name all over it. Fucking
Now I
stupid
gently
idiots.
play a game for an hour and it breaks itself.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or your whole machine falls apart.
You breathe
Exactly.
on it and the dust scratches it.
That was a pain. But Pilot Wings was a shitty game
It
anyways.
was a terrible game. Everyone's like, yeah, you get to like skydive and stuff. Who cares?
It was kind of fun. You can fly around the mini USA in a helicopter. That was awesome. And you'd go to Cape Canaveral, and it would just take off on you, and then you're like, oh, wow. And then, that was fun for half an hour at least.
Worst flight sim
Again.
ever.
It was the most accurate. With that much.
Oh, for sure. Especially when you have the mini USA as, with several landmarks.
No, there was a lot of them, and a lot of them didn't make any sense as well. There was a bunch that shouldn't have been there.
Like the Great Wall of China?
That was probably in there, and a giant robot that doesn't exist in the middle of Louisiana.
You mean Mount Rushmore?
Nope, I mean Louisiana.
I think that's... Oh, yeah, Louisiana. I'm thinking the arch. They could try and justify the St. Louis Arch.
That's in there. That's in there.
If that came to life.
What a horrible game this was. Why are we talking about this game? It's
because we were talking about
video
N64.
games, I thought.
Yeah.
That's a video game.
It's a shitty game.
Well, what do you want to talk about then? You know what, Pat? What's one of your favorite games on the 64?
Yeah.
What was it called?
Or anywhere.
The one WCW, NWO,
okay.
Nitro.
All right.
No, that's a good game.
That's the first
That's
one,
the
right?
real stuff right there. With the wool.
With the no background.
I'm out.
Because it was just a ring in dark.
Yep.
And there was an entrance. And the guy, it was just, you grab a guy and then you start punching him.
Wrestling games haven't changed much, but it was like that.
The same principle.
Yeah.
And it was three-dimensional. Was that the first 3D scenario with three-dimensional bodies?
I don't know if it was the first, but I know it was one of the funnest. It had like 90 characters, including the full wolf pack.
And the alternate outfits, too, which was great.
I had a game that we were talking about earlier as well. It was just the backstage version of that game.
Yes.
That was awesome. It was just, the game would just start and be like, they're going outside! And every time it would just start out with the exact same sound bite. And it was just Booker T hitting people with chairs and calling people the N-word. Go check out that video.
Yeah, that's a YouTube video that needs to be on the website, on the Facebook page.
I'll post a link later if I can remember.
Great YouTube clip.
It's a
Because he
great
grabs his face and turns away.
He knows what he's done.
He knows what he said.
MLK. He saw a picture of MLK's face when he said that, and he's like,
He
fuck
called Hulk Hogan the N-word.
Yeah. And John has nothing to say about this?
I have nothing to say about wrestling or sports games.
What about the N-word and Hulk Hogan?
I got a lot to say about
We've talked about Spike Lee quite often on
that
this
guy's
show.
a
It's been
racist.
a reoccurring theme.
Okay.
Spike. We should just change the show's name to Spike Lee's Probably Racist.
I agree with that. Well, not that him being
Are you
probably
saying?
racist.
Are you saying probably just so you don't get sued?
Allegedly.
We
Allegedly?
go with allegedly.
Yeah.
What's it? Yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, I like that game. I liked Star Wars When You Flew, Rogue Squadron,
That's a good one.
Dope game.
and
Pod Racer was really good.
Ooh,
too.
yeah.
another good one.
Did you ever get in Pod Racers?
No.
Have
That
you guys
was
been to Dave
awesome.
and Buster's?
Oh, yeah.
No.
They have that. They have.
You have to be a child to go to Dave and
No,
Buster's?
it's
No,
the,
it's
it's
an
the other
adult
way.
Chuck E. Cheese.
You have to be
Okay.
you have to be
It's-
18 to enter at
You
one
can
point.
drink
Oh.
Or 19.
And play skee ball?
skee ball. You can pod race, but you're inside pod race. They have wicked stuff like the old Jurassic Park shoot 'em game.
That is the best.
Oh, that is a good game. Yeah.
Tons of Tekkens. They have NFL Blitz or whatever you want to play. They're goddamn sports games.
Why did you
don't
men-
resent? Okay.
Yeah, why did you mention that if you were just going to hate on it?
Yeah.
Huh?
Just relating to Pat and his liberal leanings for sports.
Football? That doesn't seem like the most liberal thing.
I don't know. Yeah, it
God.
seems pretty liberal. A couple of men in tight pants hugging on each other. It's not conservative, I'll tell you that.
It
Well,
is.
I don't know. I mean,
Texas?
we need to call somebody. Get a call-in guy.
Oh, if I could work the phones,
We
I
got
would
the
gladly
number,
have someone
folks.
call in.
I only know Pizza's number.
What if we just
and
call
my
in-
own
That-
phone.
In my call one of us.
Barely.
Maybe we'll be on the show.
We're talking on our cell phone.
Hey, how's it going,
Talking on the
guys?
mic.
Left corner room.
I want to say there was a racing game for N64 that I really liked too.
California Racers, where the babes came out with the signs when
But
you
isn't
won.
that-
That's pretty
wasn't
good.
that on Nintendo with the Power Glove with the Fred Savage movie?
It's called
Or
The Wizard.
The Wizard.
Wizard.
Yeah.
And
Didn't
they,
you mention
and they
that?
unveiled the Power Glove in that movie, and
Yeah.
it was
And
it was
Mario.
the racing. It was the race Mario 3, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it was the racing movie. It was the racing with the glove. which never worked.
The glove was quite possibly the worst peripheral. It's awesome in essence, and it works so poorly.
Yeah, because I mean, it doesn't do anything.
Well, you had the 3 boxes, like the 3 scanners or whatever. So you put 2 on top of your TV, and then the one had to hang down the side. But
that's why mine never worked.
What?
I just had the glove.
Oh.
Pat was playing nothing for 3
You
years.
were just wearing a mitten.
I just had a glove, and I don't remember that's the only. I think we got the glove like at a yard sale or something, and we didn't know that there was peripherals with it because it wasn't in the movie.
No,
and
they never don't mention it.
They don't have the 4-hour setup for the boxes in the movie.
So you got sold at a garage. It's like, here, kid, this will work. And
Do you have a power glove at home?
No, I don't think we have a power.
So was it just like 2
If
years?
I have an Atari, come on, don't hate.
Well, I'm not hating. I'm going to buy.
I think my brother might have a N64 still too.
Was it just 2 years of just massive inaccuracy with the glove, or did it work?
No, it
then
doesn't
still?
work.
It doesn't work
do
properly.
anything.
It
You
didn't
had to
do
like
anything.
tape the things down because if you didn't do it properly, the peripherals would just fall off of the TV every time.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a really good product.
Yeah,
and I'd
that
like to put
wasn't.
my name on it.
My friend who's in Japan, shout out Devin Tomlinson. Not
I didn't know we were authorized to do shoutouts.
Oh, you can do as
yeah,
many
we just-
shout-outs as you want, as long as you don't go crazy.
Okay.
wait. That's
Are we? Could it be argued that
Unlimited,
shouting out
limited.
Japan is crazy?
That's pretty crazy.
but
John
he
lost his
brought
shit.
back a Virtual Boy, a working Virtual Boy.
With the goggle,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and it sits on the desk or whatever.
You can't play that for more than 12 minutes.
Oh, headache.
It's just sickness, actual sickness. It's incredible. It's wicked though. Like there's a boxing game and stuff, which is really good, and like flight sims and.
It's
stuff.
just all red, and it just hurts your eyes immediately.
Yep.
You have fun though.
I do want
While
to
you
get one
play.
though.
My friend's got one. Maybe he'll send it to you.
I just want a
seriously?
museum, don't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I have 17 systems.
Really?
Yeah.
I have a friend just like that. That's what he always talks about is like how many systems he's got. And he's got that Virtual Boy, so I think he's beating you just by a little
Yeah,
bit.
definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely.
He's got.
Do you
that
have
piece.
like a modified system at all?
I don't like that. No.
Oh, I had that for
I-
PS2.
I have a modified original Xbox
Ooh.
that's
No.
preloaded with like ROM or emulators.
Yep.
For different platforms.
Yeah.
So it's got
it's
like I think 10,000 games on it
I
from
like
different.
buying games.
Oh yeah.
I had a friend of the exact same thing, and you could play like everything from like Family Feud to like
Family
the
Feud is
Simpsons
actually
games
sweet,
and
yeah.
everything.
I can get emulators on my phone and
Mhm.
my computer and stuff, but I don't.
You like the hardware
Yeah.
aspect of it? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
I like that.
I like plugging it in and like going on and playing Mike Tyson's Punch Out or
It's a good game.
or Mario Golf or whatever the hell. Or
did any of you
Skater
guys-
Guy.
Did any of you guys play the new Punch Out? That was
yeah,
actually the
it's-
one good Wii game.
There's tons of good Wii games.
There's like 7.
There's so
There's
many good
7.
Wii games. There's
Well,
just
bowling,
so many
there's
shitty
bowling.
ones too. It's the same with DS. There's tons of good DS games, except there's fucking Hell's Kitchen and CSI Miami. Like they
And
make
The Bachelor.
shit games. Yeah,
That exists.
like they're
Oh.
not. They just pump
favorite.
out whatever third-party game
How
comes
do you
in.
play The Bachelor?
Well, my
Oh, no.
favorite part of The Bachelor, and I don't know if I've ever talked about this, was because I don't remember ever talking about The Bachelor with you guys.
Not once.
But I've heard someone talk. I haven't seen it in a long time. But there's comes a point in The Bachelor where it's down to 3.
Yeah.
And they go to the overnight dates,
Mhm.
right?
That's sex.
Which is basically sex.
sex dates. Yeah.
So, if you don't get to have sex, are you under the impression that someone else had sex? And what is the awkward situation of you not having sex or you having sex?
If I'm on that,
Because
if I'm on that
it
show,
it just seems inappropriate to have 3 girls overnight dates back to back to back
yeah.
with one guy, and then what happens if you didn't have sex? What happens if you did have
What
sex?
does he say?
You have to have
It's
sex,
sex.
or you're out.
Is he just like, so we're gonna have sex? You're gonna concede defeat? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah,
Just
if you want
waving the
this
white
role,
flag.
what?
It just seems like completely shallow, and I don't want to say shallow,
Well,
but
you can't. You
but
have to
it's-
have sexual, physical
no, I
chemistry.
know you have to have chemistry. I get that, but what if he didn't make a move to have sex with you?
Then
then
you
you're-
lose.
You're probably some fat cow.
And then what if he didn't pick you, and he did have sex with you because he had sex with everybody?
Well, then
as
he
many
j-
times as he could.
Then he just double wins apparently.
Yeah. He's
Then
the,
is
he's
he-
the
is
winner
Charlie
of the
Sheen,
entire
right?
thing.
Like,
Oh,
he's
he's
just-
winning or
How many
what?
BJ's this guy's getting
yeah,
on the
that's
reg.
true.
Beach.
That's how he weaves at the beginning. Probably is like it wasn't up to my
Anyways,
standards.
I know
Yeah,
that goes off of DS games for CSI and The Bachelor, but that was I'm always interested with that part, that idea of The Bachelor. It's like is he having sex and then tossing them aside at the rose ceremony or whatever the hell it's called?
Oh, he
Yeah,
totally
for
is.
sure.
And how does that woman feel, and how does America feel that they're watching this?
They love it. America will watch absolutely anything.
Canada watches it more, I think.
Murder.
Per person type of thing?
I think so.
I know this is getting even more off topic, but have you ever watched Murder in Small Town X?
No.
No one remembers that show. It was like this crazy like mystery game, but it was like real, where basically it was played out like there's a serial killer in this town, and these 10 people were brought in. Full game show. Mm-hmm. And what would happen is they go and they get clues from the police, and I mean, now that you watch it, total acting. But as a kid, I was convinced. It was touching.
Kids are stupid.
Yep, I was stupid. But I believed it.
Still stupid?
At the very end, he would leave 2 clues. One person would get, like, and there'd be 1 clue, 2 locations, send 2 people out, and it was kind of the same voting system, except one person came on with a clue, one person died. They would be sitting there, and it made no sense now that you think of it. It's like, okay, if they know where this guy is, why don't they just bring some cops? But, yeah, it was a fun show. That's as much as I'm going to mention that.
Nice.
Go check it out.
Okay.
Or don't.
Didn't you want to do a show on this?
Yeah, but I know it's not going to happen, so I thought I'd just throw it in there.
That's because no one knows what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Could be you just doing your own show. What about a call-in show for Small Town Murder History X?
I don't think we have
American
enough
History
callers.
X, Small Town Murder, or
more
whatever.
than 2 callers. Small town callers.
I'll call in. I'll call in and want to talk about something else.
Probably wrestling.
Video game wrestling.
Sports or something. Ugh.
The
Something
worst.
like that.
No, thank you.
I think one thing we need to touch on for video games is GTA. You guys played all of them or
2.
some of them?
2 was the best one.
2? No.
I never played like regularly, and I never bought them for my systems because I didn't, for the longest time, realize that there was an actual gameplay function to it. I thought it was literally like $90 for the game, and the point of the game was to get 7 stars and get a police helicopter chasing you and murdering people, and that was the whole game.
That was fun.
I didn't realize you were
that was
working.
the only thing you did after the fact.
It was a good, like, the story was good in the way that, like, it's good, like, with it's like satire of a bunch of, like crime and all those gangster movies and just everything in general, and like the commercials and everything they make. It's just like well put together. At least Vice City was. The third one was kind of GTA 3. It's pretty boring, so I wouldn't play that.
I haven't played any of them since. Once they made it 3D, I thought it was the worst. They had like the handling system and the aiming and everything was so
but it was just
done.
But you get used to it and it was just fun to play. You never played San Andreas?
Nope.
Never?
No.
That was awesome.
I have a hard time making investments in that type of games now that I'm a little bit older. It feels like unless I can give like 4 or 5 hours in a week or and even a night, that I'm behind. I'm never going to get this game right.
The first time I got this San Andreas game, I'd beaten like half of it in the span of a week, and I met this university student. I'm like, oh, you're not even here. He's like, yeah, well, I mean, that's what happens when you get to school. And I realized, that was the first time I realized, I'm like, oh, people don't play video games for 6 hours a night? And
they suck.
Video games or people or university?
Don't even look
clarify for the
all of them.
Who do you hate?
What's that? I hate everybody.
Are you looking at something on the computer right now?
You hate us right now?
Yeah.
We talked about WCW Nitro for
That
3 minutes?
That kind of put a stink in my nose.
Put a stink in your nose. Wow.
Sorry, did I say stink in my nose? I mean kink in the hose.
Kink in the hose?
Kink in your hair?
Same thing. I really don't like... I don't like GTA because of the people that play it also.
Wow.
What?
Yeah.
I play it, so it's getting awkward.
It just seems like a big investment.
And it is.
As I get older, like the investment I would take to get involved in Halo or get involved in GTA, to get involved in
God,
the Bible, whatever.
I said COD, but God as well.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. It just
sequels.
seems like it's a big chunk of your time, and I guess sadly as you get older, you spend your chunks on other stuff.
Yeah, it's expensive for sure. Well, although it's not as expensive, $100 a cartridge, but
no.
It's expensive to say the least. How many hours? I just wondered. Do you have logged into Call of Duty, or what's the longest you've ever had? Because one day we were comparing this with friends, and it got really sad because it goes into days as well.
Yeah.
On any game?
Fine, any game, but I meant Call of Duty really because it tells you the days.
I have 9 days on Modern Warfare 2.
Can you believe that? 9 days
of actual gameplay time. This isn't
time. It doesn't count the loading
time.
Yeah, I think the last one I have a huge amount of gameplay on, for some reason, is Skate 3, which I have like 11 hours of gameplay.
11. You know where I'm at in Skate 3 right now?
I don't know.
It's probably over 150.
Well,
it's weird.
And the issue I have is it's like it's getting in the way of other games that I want to play. Like I have 2K11 and I have player that I'm trying to get to be the upper echelon of the NBA.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, let's go throw myself off something and skate 3 for 2 hours.
It's just fun. Just cruise around.
That was nice.
That's all it's about. Do any of you guys have a dream